Here is the brand new Cadillac Escalade IQ. It's Cadillac's first ever all-electric Escalade. And if you'll notice something, usually the Escalade's about like here on me hood-wise. This one's a lot smaller. They've moved to a rounder, friendlier, three-row crossover kind of shape as opposed to the big body and frame SUV that they've had in the past. Only time will tell if this will really woo over the Escalade faithful. It's a big departure in styling, as well as a big bump in price. Cadillac says it's estimated to start at around $130,000, but it kind of gives us budget Rolls vibes, and we'll see more of that when we look at the interior. As you can see up here, it's still very imposing. It's got this cool grille that looks much cooler in person than it probably does in the press pics. All of this lights up. There's all of this kind of detailing with the lines. One of the only good-looking light-up crest. And yeah, but aside from that, it still has this very rounded off aerodynamic shape. Aero is very important for this thing, as it's set to be one of the longest range EVs when it is released. GM says they expect it to get about 450 miles of range, and it's also going to be stinking quick. It rides on the Ultium platform, like many of GM's other EVs, and it's estimated to make up to 750 horsepower and up to 785 pounds-feet of torque. So while it's big, it should move. It hasn't completely ditched the bling either. It's got these beautiful 24-inch wheels on this display example. They're this really cool fan kind of shape. Because this is an EV, it has a frunk, as we've come to expect. You have to kind of raise your cargo up into what Cadillac calls its E-trunk, pretty high because of everything riding on the batteries and drivetrain here, but it will, per Cadillac, fit 2 whole golf bags. It's very deep, and it's also kind of cool. It's got a little Cadillac crest sticking up on the top. So as you're walking up with those 2 golf bags, it will greet you with this cool light show. Look at that. Kind of has this stacking effect on these side lamps as well. It's very, very cool. Back here, as you can see, it's still got whole height taillights like we've come to expect on an Escalade. It's just kind of interrupted with this body panel situation. Cadillac has kind of traded some of their 2000s shiny bling for more tech bling in here. It's got the spectacular full-width 55-inch touchscreen and almost next to no physical controls. You get a couple dials here in the middle. You get touch-sensitive controls on the wheel, along with a couple little physical buttons and a few buttons controlling doors and frunks and sort of car functions. But aside from that, it's largely touchscreen based. You are going to have to step up a little bit to get in it because, again, you are riding on the battery. And we're a little concerned with how narrow this is, seeing up over all of these sensors and speakers and shiny screen. But once you're in the seat, you are going to be very comfortable. It has this cool perforated stitching pattern. It's also got these pretty neat looking speaker grills in the headrest. It's very, very impressive. And you've got a lot of neat storage options as well here. Good hole for a purse, good big center console, and of course, American car, gotta have the cup holders. Back here is where I'm really getting Rolls-Royce for the rest of us vibes. Doesn't have a Starlight headliner, but it does have this big, beautiful panoramic sunroof. This is the executive package, so you get dual captain's chairs, this wonderful center console, screens on both sides of the car. These are touch screens, they're 12.6 inches. They're bigger than a lot of stock, like front touch screens, to be honest. And you know, this kind of cool panel here where you can control open, closed doors. There's also fold-out trays and another convenient little bin. My one concern back here is if you are taller, you do sacrifice a little bit of headroom up here, both because of the battery, because of the sunroof, and just kind of this puff might be in your way. And that's even more so if you've got third row occupants. who kind of look like they're sitting in a black hole. Back here, you do get quite a bit of room, even more so with the third row down. It's a power folding third row, and it's pretty spacious. The only issue though, if you're taller, you have a Brian for scale, you might hit your head. I'm 5'4", and I'd be a little nervous about wearing a hat. But if that's not enough space in the rear, it will tow 8,000 pounds. So, all good. Get a trailer. And if you have trouble maneuvering said trailer, it also comes with four-wheel steering and the ability to move diagonally. It's kind of its version of the Ultium crab walk from the Hummer EV. All in all, we're pretty impressed with how Cadillac brought kind of its 2000s bling era icon into the present day. It's very techy, very beautiful inside. We also like that they kept kind of an iconic nameplate and didn't replace it with one that gives us the icks. Still got the IQ as part of the model name to make us know it's electric. Production is set to begin this summer 2024, and if you'd like to know more, tune in to Cars.com.